Okay, so looking at the timeline of the changes from January to July 2021 in relation to live animals. From January 2021, pre-notification and health certificates will be required for 100% of live animals. As the exporter, you will be responsible for ensuring the relevant health certificate travels with the consignment. Physical checks on live animals will be carried out at similar levels to those currently required, and animal byproducts will continue with the requirement to be accompanied by official commercial documentation. High-risk animal byproducts will require pre-notification. And from April 2021, all products of animal origin will require pre-notification. And again, as the exporter, you will be required to ensure that you obtain the relevant health documentation and that it travels with the consignment. From July 2021, all animals and animal products will need to enter via a point of entry with an appropriate border control post with relevant checking facilities. All animals and animal products will require pre-notification using iPass and must be accompanied by an export health certificate. Again, you must ensure as the exporter that the correct health certification travels with the consignment. Physical checks for animal products will be introduced at this stage. All ID and physical checks for animals and animal products will move to border control posts, either at existing points of entry or at new inland sites. Now, this slide specifically relates to GB exports to the EU. So we've been talking about the other way around to this point. So this is GB exports to the EU. The process for exporting live animals and animal products into the EU from the UK involves pre-notifying on traces and uploading a copy of the UK export health certificate, ensuring that the UK exporter sends the original export health certificate, planning with logistics providers to enter the EU through a border control post. Border control posts should be notified by EU-based importers or import agents prior to arrival, which is at least 24 hours before for live animals. For CITES animals, you must obtain any necessary CITES permits before shipment. If that is relevant to you, I'm sure you will know what CITES is. For those that are not aware, it's the Convention on the International Trade of Endangered Species. It's worth mentioning at this point that the UK will need to be listed as a third country to export to the EU. The UK has been granted third country status on 2 previous occasions, and discussions are ongoing, but we remain confident that this will again be approved prior to the end of the transition period.